Hey, Vinny.
Yeah, Cardiff?
Do you want to go subreddit surfing? I wanna go subreddit surfing. Grab your phone, let's go subreddit surfing. Cause I wanna go subreddit surfing with you. We talk to folks from different subreddits because sometimes we just don't get it. We explore all kinds of subreddits. Subscribe now or you will regret it. Do you want to go subreddit surfing? I wanna go subreddit surfing. Grab your phone, let's go subreddit surfing. Cause I wanna go subreddit surfing with you. Vinny and Cardiff go subreddit surfing. Mondays at 8 we are subreddit surfing. 10 is too late for subreddit surfing. So be here now for subreddit surfing today.
Aloha.
Aloha. How are you?
I'm great. Hello, all of you subreddit surfers joining us live out there. This is the show where we surf subreddits. My name is Vinny, and this is my best spud, Cardiff Electric. You may know him from the Howard Stern Show.
Yes, very famous. Very famous this time. My call was almost as famous as Stuttering John's call to Donald Trump. Do you know that, Vinny? Almost
Cardiff,
as impactful. Changed
Cardiff,
the world with that
I'm
call.
glad we could take a second to talk about this up front before we bring out our guest for tonight's show.
Yes,
I just want to tell you.
It's not Tukey. Fuck Tukey. Go ahead.
Oh, so much hatred towards Tukey. Hope he doesn't just show up.
Uh-oh.
Sending link now.
Uh-oh.
No, I want to talk to you about your call. You called into the Howard Stern Show, and boy, did you fuck it up at the end.
Is that what I did?
Yeah.
Were you the guy on Reddit that that broke down the entire call and had
No, I haven't seen that.
I should have said instead.
Well, I thought about it after. Here's what you should have said. Very simple. Howard, I would like to congratulate you and Sirius Radio on defeating Stuttering John in his lawsuit.
Well, that would have been one.
That's never gone out on the air before. No one knows there's a lawsuit.
That would have been a direction to go. I slow played the call. I wanted to lure him in. I wanted to stay on as long as possible, but I did have to get a Dalbo verse mentioned in there. So
you did, and you spooked Howard Stern, and he bailed on you.
He cried, I think, after.
Yeah, well,
he was hurt.
He was thinking about his mom again and all that shit.
He just wanted to talk about his bicycle.
Congratulations. You'll get on again. I'm sure you're going to be very tenacious, as always. I want to take a second right now and say aloha to our big kahunas, the members of this channel. To all of you that are joining us tonight, Tiff, Spaz, Gabriel, D, Grimfuse, The Cut of the Jib, King Glizzy, Bjorn Cray, Dr. Steve, Sean, Chef Jeff, Wiggles, Zero, Tiberius, Hunter, Duke, Steve, Fred Rush, MD, Christina Marie, Arcona, Brinkomania, CMOS, 4044, Corndiff, and the OG Kinky Loco. You guys are fantastic. Thank you for supporting the show. If you want to support the show, just hit the join button up there. We'll give you a shout out during the episode if we see that you join. And then also, you're doing a good thing by Cardiff and me. And also you get to use some pretty cool emojis in the chat when we do the show live. So thank you for that support. And the rest of you, thanks for joining us. Do you want to do the, hold on a second. What are we calling the roll call now?
The All Apologies podcast, the All Apologies Trucker Andy, the All Apologies podcast Trucker Andy roll call. That's what it's called.
Andy, is that right?
That's accurate.
Okay. All right. Well, Trucker Andy's here, everybody. We're going to tell
you, big kahunas.
We're going to talk to him about our special subreddit today, right after Cardiff does the All Apologies podcast roll call.
Yes. But before I get to that, I do want to address something. This is our first episode we've done in June. It's Pride Month.
Well, that's why we brought in Andy.
Yes. And as Vinny always says, we support everyone as long as their ancestors can be traced back to the European motherland. So yes, happy Pride, everybody.
I've never said that once.
You said it before what we're proud of, right?
I've never said that. Don't disavow.
Is that not what you said?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just.
I said respect all humans.
Seems like there's a company misunderstanding happening over here.
Apparently he didn't pick up on it, Potato.
What did Mr. Furley think he heard?
Mr. Furley found a swastika in Jack Tripper's closet.
Would you do me a favor? Do the damned roll call, Potato.
Oh, yes, I will. Zachariah Radzowitz, welcome. Eric McBastard, Deepak Feinberg, hello. Stoneman623 is here. Love of Shadows is here. Mikey Alien had shitted. To K44. A lot of people in early in the chat. People getting in early. Good for them. Kip Smith here. Smelly Negro. Whoa, okay. Smelly.
You got Cardiff.
I got. Clip it.
Hey, you pulled the ripcord. It's all right.
Yep.
Welcome to the cringe of the week, everybody. See you at WATP Saturday.
I was going to take the potato filter off and show, but not now. Love of Shadows. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Obnoxious John is here. Big Kahuna Brinkamania is here. Squirrel Watcher, Captain Kickass, Chad's handicapped fan. I'm going to get caught up again. I know it. Blinky Jedi, Annie Orion, Joe Pasquale, the Big Kahuna, John's Whippet Can, Bill Watson, PS with Ari Jane, Big Kahuna 0, LG Guido is here. Nick Roach is here. Big Kahuna Mike Whipke. Big Kahuna Scooter G. And the Japanese fart enthusiast is here. Also, Goizer Mass. Band practice guy is here. Can you guys
what?
Band practice guy is here. Band
practice guy. Hey, buddy.
Dave was here. Dylan from somewhere, our pal. And it just goes on and on. Noob Tubes is here. Steve is here. And Andy is getting irritated. So let's get on with the show. I'm just looking for any more big kahunas.
Okay.
No more big kahuna. Band practice. All right.
Cardiff. I let you pick the subreddit this week.
You're just setting it up. So if this show is shit, everyone's gonna blame Cardiff. Is that what you're doing, Vinny? Did I just pull the curtain back a little bit? Yes,
I think they blame you usually.
Yeah, pretty much. Everything I do is shit. I get it. Okay. In honor,
God, Cardiff, what is going on with you today?
In honor of Trucker Andy, I thought we would like to discuss the lifeblood of America. The people that bring you all the things that you need to live. The people that bring the sauce and the pepperoni to Domino's, Vinny, are truckers.
The real heroes.
The real heroes.
Oh.
Now, we're going to visit a website that is called the Trucker Wall of Shame. Reddit r/the Trucker Wall of Fame is the name of this page.
Wall of Shame. Wall of Shame.
Wall of Shame. Okay.
Now, I initially started down this path. I stumbled upon a subreddit called the Truck Stop Bathroom. And I thought, oh, this is going to be good. But I quickly learned the Truck Stop Bathroom was just a repository for just funny memes and shit. It really didn't have. I was hoping we were going to learn about what goes on in a truck stop bathroom. Trucker Andy,
a lot of wet shits is what goes on. I defy anybody to walk into like a truck stop restroom and there not be two guys in 3 of the stalls taking smelly dumps. That's mainly what goes on.
And at least a 1/4 inch of urine on the floor.
Right.
At least. I don't know what the fuck, why these people can't piss in toilets.
Well, that's not the worst place that they piss. What I learned from this subreddit, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Well, folks, Trucker's Wall of Shame. Let me read you the about community before we dive in. This is a place for the most fucked up shit in trucking, including wrecks, news, and comedy about trucking. We allow the following posts or topics: news about trucking, politics directly affecting trucking, comedy or shame-based posts about truckers or trucking companies. So you're allowed to throw as much shade as you want on this page, and any what the fuck content about trucking. And 5, shit that will make a trucker laugh. This is our home for free speech, so long as it complies with our rules in the sidebar. There are only about 1,200 members of this site, and there's only 4 people online. So it's not a big community, but they are active. And
I did spread my wings a little bit to find some things to discuss for tonight, because I do think this is an interesting profession, an interesting lifestyle. There's a lot of There's a lot of things to this that people don't really think about when they
Are we calling trucking a lifestyle?
a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. What would you
Sure,
call it,
can be.
Andy?
I think there's a lot of people out there who spend a majority of their time on the road, and it's a hard choice to make. And it, when you're in the truck most of the month, then it is a lifestyle.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree there. I'm just going to ask you this question.
Sure.
Did you ever, I know you were not a full, like, long haul trucker, correct? Or were you?
For most of my career, I was not, but I started out that way.
Okay. So when you retired from trucking recently, you were a short haul trucker. You were basically just delivering things in town.
Right. It was
Which is
driving a Class A vehicle in a delivery capacity.
So you were home every night.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is the dream.
That's what mainly with trucking like that, you trade being home every night for beating the shit out of yourself physically when it comes to unloading the truck, or you're over the road and you never touch anything, but you're never home. You're home for maybe like a day and a half or less. So it's kind of like, do you want to be home and throwing a lot of cases, or do you want to be over the road and just drive and never touch anything?
Okay.
So
interesting.
Those are like your two choices.
Now, how long were you doing the long haul trucking?
I did it for about 3 months, and then I got fired for hitting a bunch of shit.
Okay.
That's probably not good when your main job is to take a vehicle from one place to another without hitting things.
Right. Yeah.
Say. Okay.
Safety is paramount, and I was not. I was unsafe.
Got it.
That checks out.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, Andy. What did you hit?
Mhm.
You said a bunch of stuff. Did you hit multiple things once, or did you hit a lot of things on multiple occasions?
I hit little things in a short period of time.
Okay. For example,
I backed into a car that was behind me. I sideswiped. I was pulling out of a parking space, and the back of my trailer hit the front of the truck next to me's front bumper.
Okay.
And then I got the trailer stuck in a drainage ditch. Those were the 3 incidents.
So when
I think I found some pictures. I think I found some pictures of you in this subreddit.
Yeah, I bet you do. It's a similar incidents.
So when you have the trailer of Big Rig, an 18-wheeler, I take it?
Yeah.
When you have the trailer stuck in a ditch, are you just thinking to yourself, I'm fired?
At that point, yes, I knew that I would be.
How much damage do you think that would cause to the trailer?
Surprisingly, none. Once tow truck, like they have to send a big record tow truck to pull it out, but once it was out of the ditch, it was fine. But the fact that they had to call the tow truck gets written up as an incident.
All right. So we got a couple of super chats coming in. I want to hit real quick. Caitlin Hatley.
I think you should take that one down pretty quick, though.
W word. That call was great, Curtis.
Just looking at the emoji, I don't think we want to have that one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caitlin Hatley.
Drunk on cringe. Thanks for the €2. Andy went from RDM. Is that random to most sexy man in the WATP verse?
All the lighting.
Yeah.
Shuli Yeagar. Okay, got it.
Thanks for the $5. Cardiff, your call to Stern was brutal. Please bake yourself.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Hey, I didn't hear you on Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he did.
That was my second time calling into Howard Stern. So,
hey,
how did the first time go?
What are you
better
banging over there, Cardiff?
Me?
Yeah. What do I keep hearing you bump?
That?
Yeah.
Oh, it's called my desk.
Stop it.
Okay, I'll stop.
All right, so let's get serious here for a second. Cardiff, let's start surfing.
All right. Before we get to that, though, I did go through a whole bunch of different subreddits. I've got some. Don't worry, I'm not making a stupid joke here, Vinny. Relax. I pulled some trucker related information, some terminology, and maybe Trucker Andy can confirm or deny some of this information, or contribute.
Maybe add to it. Yeah,
possibly. Party row at the truck stop is the row of trucks farthest from the truck stop? Is that where you would go? You would park your truck if you want to have a little fun overnight in the truck stop. Is
You're
that a
asking me to confirm or deny this?
Yes, I am.
I don't have any experience with that. I could see how that would make a lot of sense, but
You didn't hear
When
that
I
on the you didn't hear that on the CB?
the 3 months before I got fired, I was just looking for the parking spaces that were the easiest to get into because I was bad at driving.
And don't you think that that would be the bad at driving section of this? It would be the back of the thing, so you are farthest away from the most things you could hit.
Yeah.
I had an RV for a while. I had a trailer that I used to pull, and
You what?
yes, I had a camper. I had Cardiff was a camper for a little bit, but I was not very good at it. So yes, anytime we had to enter a parking lot, I was looking for the most wide open space I could
Yeah.
find.
Cardiff is
all
in
the
the
way
party
to-
row.
Yes, I was in party row.
Oh my god. You had a camper for the kids, I take it, for the tater tots.
For the tater tots. Now we'll talk about lot lizards a little bit later, but
Certainly.
Andy, Trucker Andrew, what is a lot lizard?
A lot lizard is a prostitute that makes a living, hitting up truckers at the truck stop.
Is there good money in that, Andy?
I would say no. It's
Okay.
very
I'm gonna go ahead and guess no. Probably not.
I mean, there's definitely a market for that, but I don't think the money is great.
yeah. You get some loose chains and all the cans of chili you can eat.
Yeah, right. I mean, I have encountered anywhere from a typical looking prostitute all the way down to a Asian woman that was quote unquote offering me a massage. And she was like 62.
Ah, she was probably good at it.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Now, I think who is making money are the people that make the no lot lizards window stickers for trucks. So that's something I guess you could put on your vehicle to tell them to keep away. But
Your wife puts it on.
Yes. According to this, those stickers are only partially effective. So they don't.
Well, I mean, some lot lizards are tenacious, and I was a very young man, and they have like a privacy curtain for the sleeper. You draw the blinds, and they just climb up on the truck and start banging on the door.
Like Walking Dead, they're just banging on the door.
Yep. And they want you to come out and hear them out. And I would just cower in the back. I wanted nothing to do with it.
Do they go out there and call paper boys back in the 20s? Yeah. Dick sucking, get your dick sucking here.
Yeah. But I would like to add to the lot lizard lore. There are certain participants that are maybe the most hideous of the lot lizards that go by the term the Loch Ness monsters. So
Vinnie?
You're a fan of truck stop jokes.
The Loch Ness
Bring
monsters.
Loch Ness monsters into your vernacular.
We got a couple super chats coming in, Cardiff.
Go ahead.
I'm going to read them first. Brent Hatley says, my wife loves truckers. Thanks for the $2.
And truckers love her.
And a little love from Blinky Jedi for Cardiff. Cardiff spoke to O&A, Stern, Carl, SJ, and Lorenzo in 2023.
And Trucker Andy.
Yeah.
School.
You talked to Chad too, didn't you?
I did. No, I was 2022.
Okay.
He was on my show. That was pre New Year's. We were the best of friends.
Time flies.
Best of friends. Trucker Andy, what is a toilet greaser?
What his next job is going to be?
I should have turned this into a Cardiff game.
Interesting. I gotta say I don't know that one.
I kind of want to guess.
Yeah, let's guess.
Vinnie.
Is it the guy who has to clean out the porta potties and stuff?
No.
I'm gonna guess it's the gallon coffee mug, because if you drink that, you'd definitely be greasing a toilet.
A toilet greaser is what a truck stop hand job is commonly referred to. A toilet greaser.
We're learning so much.
I know. I'm glad to say I don't know that
you
one.
get the old toilet greaser.
Here's another truck.
Can you imagine if I was like, oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Yep. Puts
You got me.
just both hands come out pumping. Another fun fact for you: sometimes lot lizards are dudes. Congratulations.
Well, it's
It is Pride
2023.
Month.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But yeah, that's a little bit of a. And last one, calling another trucker good buddy. Apparently, that implies that he likes gay sex. Have you ever heard that, Trucker Andy?
Yeah, that was my CB handle. That's where
Good
that
buddy.
comes from.
Hey, good buddy. Hey, good buddy.
Tommy went to school. Thanks for the $2. Says Greaser. I don't even like her. Come on. Tommy went to school for trees. Thank you, buddy.
So I did pull some. I did pull some stories, some trucker stories that I did find. So I'll read you a couple here. I got some videos to show you, and then we will get to the section that Vinny is anxiously awaiting, learning how to approach a lot lizard. I know that's what
Learning how to approach a lot lizard.
Yes.
It sounds like they climb all over you the second you get out of the vehicle.
They approach you.
and the coupons that they will accept because Vinny wants to save a buck.
No thanks. I'm good.
So this is a trucker story. This was creepy at first. I pull into a Purdue plant, drop my empty trailer, go park where they allow bobtails to sit. What's a bobtail, Trucker Andy?
Bobtail is when you are driving your truck with no trailer on it.
Okay, so that's just the front of the truck disconnected. You have to go wait for them to empty, and then you go pick up your. All right, gotcha.
Okay.
Right next to a nice little pond. My pickup was 12 hours, so I had to do my PTI and lay down in the bunk. PTI, Trucker Andy?
Like time that you're required to be off.
Okay. How long is that in most? Like, how long can you drive straight before you have to take a break?
Isn't it 12 hours or something?
Yeah, it's a rolling thing. That usually have to be off for 10 hours. And I think you can work up to 14 if it's not all driving. Like, let's say you're doing paperwork or at a stop getting loaded up. But once you hit 14 hours, you have to be off for 10.
All right. And that's for safety.
That's the law.
Yes, for fatigue is a big deal.
Is that the Tracy Morgan rule?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Has this reduced the amount of meth use in the trucking industry?
If anything, I think it's increased it.
Oh,
Nice. Nice.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
I learned from episode 1, you can quit anytime. Go back and watch episode 1 of Subreddit Surfing. You'll see.
Until we make it members only.
Wow, dude. You really are on that, aren't you?
Yes. So at about 3 a.m., I hear something tapping on my passenger side door. I get up, look out, expecting to see someone, maybe a driver, asking for a lumper check, but no one's there. What's a lumper, Trucker Andy?
A lumper is somebody that unloads the truck. You pay them to
a dry
unload the
hand
truck
job
for you.
It's a toilet greaser, Vinny.
They do the physical. Remember how I said that you can drive and never unload the truck? Lumpers are the people that unload the truck.
So they come in, they do the labor.
Correct.
Gotcha.
What a great job.
So I lay back down. As soon as my head hits the pillow, I hear tapping again, except this time it's on my driver's side. Same thing as before. I jump up and look out the window, but nothing's there. Double lock my doors just in case and open my side hatches so I can hear what's going on outside. After about 15 minutes, I hear a very light splat going along the driver's side of the truck. I slowly get up, planning to look out my window at the exact moment whoever it is knocks on my door. Then I hear a thud coming from the roof of the cab. I stop, grab my tire thumper off its hook. So I guess that's like a tire iron that you'd have.
It's legitimately a club that you use to check the pressure of your tires, but it looks like a mini baseball bat.
Okay, so you'd have that in the truck with you. That's
a
little bit of security too at night.
That too, yeah. It's good for a lot of things. Beating up freaks and checking your tires. Yeah,
checking your tire.
Shouldn't that thing be called the lumper?
Yeah,
yeah, that's the lumper. I take it off its hook and ready myself for whatever the hell is going on. Then a motherfucking blank. What do you think was outside his truck?
No
Vinny?
clue. I don't know. What was it?
A goose was attacking his truck while he was trying to sleep.
Oh, well, you're allowed to lump the shit out of those.
So what do you do? What do you
Sure
do
you
when
did.
you don't like geese, Trucker Andy?
Come on, Cardiff.
Geese are fucking evil animals, dude. They're not nice. They're not even like you like a swan.
Right.
We'll take a swan, but a goose.
You just leave that green shit everywhere.
A
They don't
goose?
get out of your way.
I was almost attacked by a swan once, so fuck swans.
Okay. Well, nursery rhymes also suck.
Yeah.
Stuff it, mama.
All right. So here's another one. Here's another one. This is an interesting one. So years ago in the late 90s, I was on my way from the house, heading to Laredo to pick up a load. It was early in the morning, about 4 or 5. I had just come off a string of days at home, so I know I wasn't tired. I am on one of those 2-lane winding roads in the absolute middle of bumfuck nowhere when I see something on the side of the road at the edge of my high beams. At first, I just thought it was roadkill, as is usually the case. As I get closer, I see that it is roadkill, and that there's someone crouching over a deer carcass. I remember thinking either this guy is taking the antlers as a trophy, or he's fucking sick. As I got closer still, I can now see that this guy is eating the deer on the side of the road.
What?
He's pulling chunks of meat from the stomach and bringing them up to his face. At this point, he stops mid-motion and looks up at me, not at my truck, but at me directly. He stands up. That's when I see that it's fucking huge, brown, and covered in hair. So this is a kind of a throwback to one of our other episodes, Vinny. I remember thinking at this point, oh fuck, this thing is standing on the tiny shoulder, looking at me. By this point, maybe 3 seconds have passed, and I'm about to the point in the road he's standing at. I didn't even think of stopping. Why would you think of stopping? In fact, I'm starting to lay on it.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Run it over.
And get the hell out of there. As I'm passing it, it's looking at me again, not at the truck, at me. It's looking through the driver's side windshield at me. He's obviously has intelligence to know that there's a driver in here, and he knows where I'm sitting as I start to pass him. I can still see its head above the hood of an old needle nose Pete, old truck design, blah, blah, blah. This thing is fucking giant. I remember seeing what looked like human intelligence. He saw human intelligence in its eyes.
Yeah, you
And
sure
it scares the shit out of me. So Bigfoot eating a deer on the side of the road. Now, this is this kind of... Sorry, go ahead.
I would say, don't most truckers have cams in their cockpits now?
Well, this was the 90s.
Nowadays,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll see a lot of those.
Stigma 47, thank you for the $9.99. Says I'd take a swan over a lot lizard, and just depends on the mood you're in, I guess.
I guess it depends on how many teeth you like in your blowjob.
You prefer beak or teeth? What are you into?
I will say that truck drivers are famously full of shit, Cardiff. When they love talking about aliens on the CB, nonstop alien talk, Bigfoot talk.
Really?
They just, it's entertaining.
Now, folks, in the chat, please feel free to submit your questions for Trucker Andy, because we have somebody who's in the know as to what's really going on here. Here's a question. Grim Fuse, Aloha Big Kahuna, says, a trucker told me that you should always keep a cheeseburger in your glove box to deter stray dogs. Not sure if that's true. Your thoughts, Andy?
I will say that the meat food of choice for truckers is fried chicken, because it kind of stays. It's good to eat cold.
No, it's not.
You could get like a 6-piece, 8-piece, and eat half of it, and then hours later still finish it like for dinner. So cheeseburgers, not such a staple. Subway, bit huge.
Okay.
Chester's fried chicken, huge.
Really?
Cold fried chicken can suck a dick. No, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's nobody's preferred style, but it's It's a popular choice.
Listen, the potato's being a contrarian this evening. He's like, fuck swans, fuck cold chicken.
Yes.
Buddy.
Cold pizza.
Fantastic. Love it.
Oh, you're on board with that?
Oh, of
You ever
course.
You guys ever had cold fried chicken pizza? Come on.
Hmm.
Come on.
I would have it.
I would have turned it down.
Buffalo
All
chicken
right.
pizza.
I feel like this is a one of those situations. Let's get back to this Bigfoot thing where you're saying this is in the 90s. This is one of those situations where I would think fast. I would fucking run that thing over. If I saw Bigfoot and I knew it was a Bigfoot eating a deer carcass, like, I mean, there's no clearer sign that this is a Bigfoot, that it's eating a deer carcass on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I run the thing over. Of course you run it over. Then you're famous because you're the first person to catch a Bigfoot. You crushed that son of a bitch. You may have ruined the truck, but you know what you say? It ran out of nowhere.
Right. See, truckers don't hit deer. Deer hit truckers. That's
Right.
That's how you justify that.
And not every day do you have the opportunity to run over a goddamn Sam Squanch.
Oh yeah.
You
You'd be
do
famous.
it. That's it. That story bothered me.
Yeah.
I thought truckers were smart people.
Right. Yeah. Famously, that's where all the highly employable, educated type end up in the logistics business.
Now, let me ask you this question. You know, trucking is a weird industry right now because, like, deliveries, the way deliveries are done is very different than the way they used to be. You know, like with especially Amazon, they are on track to hire everyone in the country at some point. All these people work for Amazon. They're loading their personal cars with packages and delivering them all day. What is your impression of this, and how do you think that affects the trucking industry, Andy?
I think that the big corporations that employ the people that do the deliveries are less concerned with the people that are doing it and more concerned with the bottom line. They just take turnover into account. Instead of treating the people that are willing to do it better, they just make it a disposable industry, a disposable job. And they hire people right out of truck school and hope that they can cut it. And if they can't, they just go back to the truck school and hire more.
It's just a revolving door.
Yeah, it's a revolving door. It's very hard to. A lot of people can make it into an industry, but it's not as lucrative as it used to be.
Do you feel that a company like Amazon, I hate to like pick on them, but you know, they're the famous one. I mean, the 2-day shipping, the 1-day shipping, the overnight shipping. They move so much product every day. It has to dwarf the amount of like 18-wheelers on the road, the amount of people they have out just running packages in cars, right?
Well, it scales down because you see the Amazon tractor trailers bringing the stuff to
Fair enough.
the replenishment centers, and then from there it goes into those little vehicles. So it just depends. They're restocking the warehouse with the big trucks and emptying the warehouse with the little trucks.
Another question for you, my friend. Did Trucker Andy ever call into radio shows while driving? That seems to be a big hobby for truckers.
Not while driving. I called the Dick Show while I was parked.
Okay.
But I wasn't driving.
Okay.
But I would say I think that's a good assessment. You know, somebody gets their headset on and calls up to a show, and they'll try and stay on as long as they can. They talk on the CB to nobody. You know, some of these guys they spend so much time alone that when they meet up, it's like just blah, blah, blah. They just spill their guts and talk about, everybody has something to say about their company or where they just were. And they are lonely. So they just talk your ear off.
Are they a friendly bunch?
On the surface.
What does that mean?
I think it means that you never know what people are up to when they're left to their own devices, and some people are and some people aren't.
Are you saying that they're all sociopaths lost in their own minds, just driving weapons down the road?
No, you know what? I will say that they are more responsible than most. You know who are the people that are just self-employed and unemployed are. I'll make enemies and I don't care. But everybody that's a snowplow driver,
Yeah.
they're unemployable, unreliable shitheads. All of the snowplow drivers that I've ever dealt with, I'll
Every one of them.
yeah. You show me a good one.
The guy who does my streets.
Yeah.
You know what I found out about Cardiff last week?
Tell
Cardiff goes around snow blowing his neighbors' yards for them.
Not their yards, they're sidewalks and their driveways.
I hope you run it right over their grass and just rip it all up. Cardiff was here.
So
Now-
you your walk, but not your driveway.
I'll do the driveway.
Oh, I thought you said the guy that does your driveway.
No, the guy that does my street.
Oh, okay.
Great snowplow guy. I'm just trying to.
Oxman
kiss his
live
ass.
stream says, "What's the best trucker Andy ever heard?"
I got to say, I kind of came into the trucking
Ew.
game at the
They all come everywhere.
at the advent of cell phones. CBs were a lot less prominent when I was driving. I didn't even have a CB in my truck, so
Okay.
I don't have a lot of great.
Dude, wouldn't you want one though?
Resources.
If you were going to be a trucker, wouldn't you just want to have that CB so you could hear what those old weirdos are up to?
Yeah,
You feel like you missed out?
I do, but I needed a GPS more than I needed a CB.
It's probably a better question for Dr. Steve. He's a big ham radio guy.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
Hello there, truckers. Hello there, good buddies. How are all my good buddies? Did I say good buddy enough for you to get the code? Wink.
Fluids.
I will say, I think
That motherfucker, by the way,
yes.
was reviewing rest stops. He would stop and review rest stops on Google and take pictures of it. It's in his social media. Steve does that.
That's creepy.
Well, he's a doctor.
He puts a picture of a hole in a bathroom stall and 5 stars. What is he doing?
Pretty much.
On Thursdays between 4 and 6, this is the
Yeah.
place to be.
Yeah. He does his what he calls rounds.
Yeah.
I believe what he does is he will go to a truck stop and he will find it on Google Maps and write a review, but they're always meant to be comical and he like inserts people's names into it. Apparently, I'm a big fan of a rest stop in Ohio, and he thought that was very, very funny.
It's a pretty good bit.
It's pretty good
Kind of
bit.
like that.
Which rest stop does Vinny's tits like?
I think I had an experience at it wasn't necessarily a truck stop. You know, the those pull-offs that are, it's just like you're on the highway. Here's a chance to use a bathroom and a vending machine and be on your way. Those type of rest areas. And like I said, I wasn't a very good driver at this time. This was year 1 of me driving. So I was looking for the easiest place to park. And those you pull in and you pull in straight and you pull out straight. So I was spending the night there. I was just eating stuff out of a vending machine for dinner.
Oh,
but
no.
I went to I used the restroom before I was turning in for the night. And I did witness a guy that was trolling around. He was just hanging around, hoping that something would happen. And he followed me into the bathroom, and I made myself scarce. And then I did see him. He was trolling. He was waiting around, hoping to get lucky.
Oh, no.
It was creepy.
When you say you make yourself scarce, does that mean you make your underwear disappear?
Yeah. Right. I went in the stall and I threw my pants over the top.
Oh, God.
Can you help me out, sir?
Patrice O'Neill had a great story in a rest stop.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember that one, the guy with the Christmas tree on his Volvo or on his Subaru that wanted
Just
to suck him off.
Tapping on the
Yeah.
window. Oh, I remember that.
the guy-
Okay, hold on a second. I don't want to relive Patrice O'Neill's freaking creepy story here because I feel like I will get skeeved out again. I found that whole story to be completely disturbing. The guy's got the tree on the roof to take home to his kids. He's got a wedding
Baby
ring
seat in the
on,
back.
baby seats in the back of the car. He's tapping on the glass, and it was just, that's not a good thing to hear about. What the fuck? Okay. Question for Cardiff from Stephen C. Hey, I got blocked from the MLC chat. I think it was for a racial joke. Got any advice on how to get unblocked?
Oof.
New account.
Yes, YouTube chat's easy. Come on, rookie. Getting unblocked on Twitter, that's a challenge. That's a challenge.
Okay. Interesting comment from Waiver. White line fever is a killer. It is a killer. Andy, tell us what white line fever is and how do truckers avoid it or fall into the trap for it?
Well, I assume that is like an amphetamine that keeps you up so you can continue driving. It was more a thing in the like 70s and 80s, but
No, I think I think it's referring to the white lines on the road, like just seeing the lines flying past you.
Like, isn't there
10,
such a
12
thing
hours
as
a day.
okay.
road
I thought you were talking about
hypnosis?
whites, which are like speed.
I thought you were thinking of white lines.
yeah, that's
Yes.
yeah.
Duran Duran, yes.
White line fever. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't really have any experience with that. I don't really know anything about that.
Okay.
How about a truck stop shower? What's that like? that is always I've always been curious about that.
Hold on a second. I need to comment this. Mad spread. I bet Vinny's dick is too short for a glory hole. No, sir. My stomach is just too large.
Thank you.
Fuck you. How
Thank
dare
you.
you?
You beat me to
dare
it.
you?
You beat me to it, Vinny, but that is the right
I don't
answer.
put up with this on my show. I don't put up with this kind of talk.
So, Cardiff, to your point, the showers at
wrong
the
with
truck
you?
stops are pretty well maintained. It's kind of a spa day for you get to treat yourself. They are private rooms that are cleaned regularly, and when you're in the truck all the time, there's no toilet and no shower. So it's a lucrative industry to provide those things to people that don't have them, and they usually keep them pretty nice.
What do they charge for a shower?
Oh, gosh. I don't even know at this point.
If you had to guess, what were they when you were doing it? How long ago were you actually doing over the road?
It was like almost 15 years ago.
Okay, so what was it going for back then? $20, $10, $50?
Yeah, it was like 15, I think, back then.
Okay.
It's pretty reasonable. But you get a private toilet, you get a private shower, and like a sink, so you could do all like your shaving and cleaning up. And there's a staff of people that
a sink, just like Buckingham Palace.
yeah, real fancy. I mean, it's not the best, but it's better than trying to manage at a truck stop with some guy tapping his foot under the stall.
Question for Vinny in the chat.
Yeah. What's the question?
When was the last time Vinny saw his cock? Without using his phone.
Like a week ago. No, I saw it today. God damn it. How dare you? Thanks.
So yeah, Bill Watson, $10 to $15 still. Some places you get them free with certain amount of fuel or purchases. So that's
thank you, Bill Watson.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bill Watson had a good question for you, and it seemed like a legitimate question. Was Andy just van, trailer, or flat deck? Ever done heavy haul?
No, just van. And that, and then I drove for Coca-Cola with a liftgate truck, and then I ended my career ender delivering beer off of a side loader, and it broke me as a human.
I got a question here. I'm doing some math in my head.
Yeah.
All right. So if a shower is $15, how many toilet greasers can you get for that same $15?
Yeah.
I'd say at least 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at least 3.
All right. At $4.99, the Bladcast. Good time to mention that Cardiff will be on the Bladcast Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, to talk about Bert Kreischer and how at least one of us saw the movie The Machine.
Christian Blatt.
I'm glad Christian Blatt put that up because I totally forgot I am doing the Bladcast tomorrow. So yes, tomorrow at 4 p.m. the Bladcast.
So you saw The Machine, Cardiff?
No.
So Christian,
did you troll Christian into going to see The Machine? Tell me the truth. Did you troll it? Did you trick him into going to see The Machine? And you had no intention of doing it, didn't you? You trolled him. You're caught. I can't imagine you ever. I know how much you hate Bert Kreischer. I can't imagine for a second that you were gonna go and see that movie.
He stinks, and I don't like him.
Yeah.
Put it on the wheel of consequences.
The
Oh.
black guy said, "I saw and knew he wasn't going to see it." Okay.
No,
Well-
he approached me and asked. I said, "I'll do the show, but I don't think I can watch that piece of
Yeah,
shit."
what do you have to say about it then?
I think I can say everything I need to say about it without watching it. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I heard the writing was clever.
Yeah. You know, I like that story.
Actually, no one
Never
told me
know.
that.
I liked
No
the
one said that.
story once, the first time I heard it. It was an interesting tidbit. The
aware
87th
of
time I
it.
heard it.
Yeah, I've never heard it, and I don't want to hear it.
Let's watch a
Oh.
video.
Let's
Oh,
watch some
boy.
videos of truckers because people love that. For those of you who are listening to the audio podcast, we will do our best to make sure we narrate these. If you are watching the audio podcast, that's cool. But, you know, we are a YouTube show first. So here's a video of a truck.
Yes.
That's a
This-
truck, all right.
This was titled, "What Happens When a Truck Driver Ignores a No Truck Sign."
Hmm.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Oh boy. Now, how does a train not come off the tracks when it smashes into a tractor trailer? That's impressive.
Well, I cannot begin to answer that question. All I could say is that guy probably got fired faster than Trucker Andy that day.
Yeah.
Now, it said he ignored a no truck sign. What happened? The truck tried to go over it and it got stuck?
Yeah, you could see there the hump that the track is on
Yeah.
is so drastic that, like, once the truck goes over, the length of the trailer, you know, at some point hits the ground because of
Okay.
how the angle of that hill. So he probably got grounded in the middle of the trailer, couldn't pull all the way off of the tracks.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So at that point, your truck is gone.
Yeah.
That's how that works, folks.
And those trailers are, I mean, when they're empty, it's just plywood and, you know, like sheet metal. There's nothing to them really.
Cardiff, pull that video back up. I want to see that but don't turn the audio on. I just want to.
You'll
I want
see the trailer just like crumple.
I think it's gone. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the
it's
thing
gone.
that
I
was
closed it.
scary about that was like the trailer is what got hit. And the
Right.
trailer broke, but the trailer didn't just snap in half. It dragged
Mm.
the
It
truck
pulled it.
part, the rig.
Yeah.
It just pulled the rig down the street. It's freaking crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome the newest member of the channel, Grum TV.
Welcome, Big Kahuna. Your penis will be larger in 30 days, guaranteed.
Congratulations, 1 inch to you. Aloha, Big Kahuna. Kahuna, thank you for the support. Glad to have you on board.
Now, this next video I want to bring up was a little traumatic for me. I had a truck intentionally try and what's the term? Squeeze the shit out of me between his truck and the railing, the side of the highway. You know, the
Was this
concrete
when you were
barrier.
hauling your camper? Or
No,
just-
I was not. It was just me and my vehicle. We may have had an altercation at a light where
Yeah, we all know that Cardiff lost the RV to a train.
I politely gave him the finger, and
Uh-huh.
he in turn tried to just kill me. So that
Oh,
was
God.
that was not fun. But something very similar happens to this guy here in this video, and this is from the truck's dash cam.
Okay, so here he goes. Left lane's ended. A sign for 2.5 miles. He thinks he's gonna fucking cut me off. Fuck you, bitch.
So this truck is
Oh.
someone's trying to cut him off. Someone's trying to get around him. They know the lane's ending, and he is not having it. So I guess he's splitting the lane, keeping him out. And this is what happens.
Pow, 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 pow.
Oh,
Fucking barriers, motherfucker.
that dude.
Fuck.
looked like me trying to do the hurdles and track. Just right through everything. Crash. Crash.
Jump, Vinny, jump.
Look at his hood all smashed up. Fucking bitch.
You know that motherfucker's taking a hit of meth right after that.
Fucking bitch.
Wow.
What a dick. What an absolute dick.
Yeah, he was not having that, Vinny. He was not having that.
Grum TV, our newest member, says thank you. I'm in desperate need for those inches. We got you covered.
If you sign up for my Patreon, you get an extra 3.
Okay.
Just
That's
saying.
That's a lie. He can't promise that.
But it takes 7 years of Patreon membership to get it.
No one's lasted that long.
I don't think I am.
Andy, do you think these people, well, now we know they do fucking intentionally fuck with cars.
Sure, but cars intentionally are actively always trying to get around trucks, and they cut trucks off, and it's a contentious relationship with the vehicles on the road.
I you know what I think that is, though? I feel like most people who drive cars don't understand the physics of driving a truck.
Thank you, Vinny. You are exactly right. Because when a truck is fully loaded, it can only go so fast, especially uphill.
Sure.
Think of anyone running uphill.
But
I'd rather not.
Right, yeah, right. But
I'd rather see Vinny run downhill. That would be funny.
Yeah. But if you're behind a truck and it is not going as fast as you would like it to, believe me, the driver is going as fast as he possibly can, and it's just that's how fast they can go in whatever gear based on how heavy they are.
Wow.
But on the bright side, a fully loaded truck can stop at the same distance as an empty Toyota Corolla. That's right. They don't need extra space.
I was literally going to ask. I was like, yeah, no, let's talk about stopping. That seems to be a problem when you have a full load of weight behind you.
Oh, especially tankers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of problems.
Little swooshing going on in the back.
Mm-hmm. They say they don't stop on a dime. They stop on $1. So
yeah. I always cringe.
Give them some room.
I always cringe when I see people kind of making that quick lane change in front of a truck, knowing that the brakes are getting slammed on right away. Like, just, I don't want them behind me. I'd rather be behind them than have them behind me stopping.
Smart.
Yes. So here's another one. Oh,
I just get terrified of 18-wheelers, man, because when they get moving, even in bad weather and snow and shit like that, when they're moving, don't be in their fucking way.
I feel like there's it's all or nothing with four-wheel drive. Like anybody that's in a regular vehicle, they call it, truck drivers call them four-wheelers.
Okay.
And you're either nervous about trucks and scared of what could happen, or they're just in my way, get the fuck out of my way, and you don't care about what could potentially happen.
I like to think I live a little bit of both worlds.
Depends
because
on the day.
I have a fast car.
Yeah.
So I do go around them, but I try to keep my distance.
Yeah.
And I feel like I hate them. I fucking hate them. I hate driving back from gigs at 1 a.m. and I have an 18-wheeler with their high beams on behind me on a 1-lane road in the middle of nowhere just because.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pull over and let them pass me.
I understand.
They just suck. Truck drivers are just, trucks suck.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do when autonomous trucks hit the road, Vinny? Are you going to feel safer with an autonomous truck driving behind you?
That's the worst idea we've ever had, by the way. That's the worst fucking idea we've ever had.
The one that kills me is the double 18-wheeler trucks.
Yeah.
That just freaks me out. Those coming down the highway.
Those don't seem safe. Why can't we just use trains the way we used to? Why can't we keep these fucking things off of all of the highways all the time? Why do we have to have so many of them out there, Andy?
Global warming, Vinny.
It's a supply chain. They got to get it from the railroad tracks to Walmart.
All right. I guess that's right. Why can't we just build Walmarts by the railroad tracks.
We
Most of their employees
live under them.
live under them or by them anyway. It seems like they would have less call-offs if they were within walking distance of the old trolley. Jesus.
All right, so here's another one. This is a truck that gets an unexpected delivery, we'll say,
Oh.
to truck late at night driving down the road, 2-lane highway.
This is a great video so far.
And here comes what appears to be a flaming tire off of this truck coming in the opposite direction. Right over here. Flaming tire. What do you think a flaming tire is going to do to a truck, Vinny?
Well,
things,
I'm gonna
bad
guess.
things?
I'm gonna guess something really bad is gonna happen to that 18-wheeler that is about to collide with the trajectory of the flaming tire that is flying across a highway median.
It's gonna get red shelled like Super Mario style.
It's gonna spin around, and then the driver's gonna pop out. His arms are gonna go in the air, and all of his coins are gonna fly all over the road.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. Andy's right. Now, who do you help? That guy or the guy whose truck is on fire?
No,
I don't know. I think the truck that was on fire is going to be fine. Like that was just the sparks coming off, the wheels gone. He's got 17 more. He'll be okay. But that guy in the ditch, I don't know.
Dr. Steve, one of the biggest of the kahunas, is sending us a message. Thank you for the $10, Dr. Steve. Andy, when we did a bit on our show called Trucker Duty, some of our over-the-road truckers told us that some drivers cut a hole in the bottom of the cab and just shit on the go. Any truth to this?
I've never heard of that. That sounds insane. I know that a lot of people will take advantage of the Gatorade or maybe like an empty gallon of water and piss while driving and just throw it from the truck. And those are called thunder jugs. You see them a lot on the side of the road.
That's what I used to call my wife.
Yeah. If you ever see a grape Gatorade bottle full of yellow liquid, that's a thunder jug. But as far as like ruining your driver's seat and cutting a hole in the floor of your truck, so you could just drive with no pants on and shit through the floor of your truck, I've never heard of that. That sounds absurd, Dr. Steve.
It does sound absurd. And also, like, could you think about the road rash you would get if there was just an open hole between the road and your anus?
Yeah. You never know what's going to come flying back up that hole.
Yeah. Flaming tires. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. Some truck stop, John. His finger.
Well, what do you do if a Gatorade bottle? What if you have a really big bladder and a Gatorade bottle just isn't enough? You invent something like this.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I see a funnel. I see a plastic expandable tube, like one of those ones that's kind of like ribbed, so you could like extend it.
It's like it's like something they use on the space station.
And
you jam your junk in the funnel and piss into the death bottle.
And it's you're pissing it. It's that funnel is leading right into a 1 gallon bottle of diesel enhancement fluid.
Correct. Yeah, that is. I'm gonna say it. That's a brilliant idea. That's the move.
Patent pending. How? This is from my. This is a picture from my Toyota Corolla.
Oh, okay.
That's his studio. It's not his Toyota Corolla. Andy, percentage in your mind of truckers that are currently driving on the road right now with some type of vessel filled with their own urine?
Oh, it's probably 60-40. That's the 60%.
That low?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I didn't do it that much. It's very hard to piss and drive at the same time.
You know what? Just that you said I didn't do it that much.
I've done
tells
it
me it's a higher number than 60%, Andy.
Yeah, there are people that probably do it on a regular basis, but I didn't, so I think it's lower. But
But yes, you definitely see the piss bottles all over the side of the exits, the on ramps. They're just littered with piss bottles everywhere you go. Animal Kelly, oh my goodness!
Animal Kelly,
Thank you,
a
Animal
couple of things. I'm going to thank you for the $50. Hell yeah, hit those barricades, loser. Truckers are also another part of the economy that most folks don't realize are important to keeping the gears moving. Plus, A-tier unalievers to boot. Sorry for the weird wording. YouTube stinks. No, you're great, Animal Kelly. And by the way, I got your voicemail on the creep off. Point taken. You're right. You were correct.
I agree with whatever Animal Kelly said.
No, he told me that I was being stupid for not wanting to continue conversing with Podcast Hitman in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "You're an idiot." And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess he's right." Animal Kelly makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Now, Cardiff.
Yes, Vinny.
Have you ever seen a massive accident like this in person? Have you ever seen something like this go down while you were driving?
Are you about to show me something, or are you talking about the truck we saw?
No, I'm asking you. Have you ever personally seen something
Seen
like
a
this?
wild accident.
I've seen a giant light pole get knocked down and miss me by about a foot. I was the last car to get through the highway past the light pole. So a car kind of fishtailed, took out this giant light pole and like closed off 4 lanes of traffic with it. And I was the last car through. If had I gone a little bit slower, it would have been right on top of me.
Wow.
But yeah, that's
You're lucky to be alive.
Nothing like that. I did see once, and I wanted to ask Andy about this. I did see once a truck. I think I was driving on 75. No, was it 95? Where you're going kind of through the mountains of West Virginia.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's those
south, I think.
Yeah, so when you're going downhill, and then they have those, I guess those escape lanes for the
Escape
truck.
lanes.
Yeah. I did see a truck using one of those once. Like, I guess they lost their brakes or something happened and they had to use one of those. That freaked the shit out of me.
That's
That was
terrifying. Yeah.
Scary. How
See,
effective are those? Like, those will generally, you lose your brakes, you know it, and you can kind of veer off into those?
Correct.
Okay.
The steepness, again, it depends on how heavy the truck is, and all of the brakes for the truck are held off with hydraulic air pressure. So the airlines hold the brakes open so that you can actually be driving. And sometimes there's a leak in the airlines or technical failure. And if the brakes are, if you don't have any air pressure, then your brakes will snap on. And sometimes just based on the weight and your air and technical failure, if you're going down those hills and the truck can't handle the weight and the steepness, then that's what those escape lanes are for.
What about you, Vinny? What's the craziest accident you've seen?
Not really an accident, but I told a trucker his rig was on fire once. I was at a red light. There's this place, 104. 104 when you head keep going east towards like Sodas and shit,
like out of town.
Yeah, like you're going 55, but there's red lights on it for some reason.
Right,
it's a highway and you have to stop.
It's so dumb.
Vinny, I can't drive 55.
I understand. Yeah, because they don't do miles per hour in Minnesota. It's kilometers per hour, right?
No,
kph's.
It's a Sammy Hagar.
Sammy Hagar.
I know, Cardiff.
Thank you for saving me, because I was about to say Ted Nugent. So thank you.
Oh boy,
you saved him.
that would whoops.
Don't save him. Whose team are you on, Andy? Okay. I'm in a red light and I look over and there's a big rig next to me. I don't know what to call him. Was it the tractor?
Yeah,
the tractor. And there's like fire under the hood. I can see it. And like there's smoke coming out. And I just kind of like, I had my sunroof and my girlfriend at the time, this was 20 years ago, I had her like wave out the sunroof.
Flash her tits.
Yeah. I was like, give him a show. No, but we like waved at her like, hey, your truck's on fire. And he stopped and he popped out of his cab with a fire extinguisher and the light was green and I fucking left him. What am I going to do?
Yeah. What can you do?
What's the scariest thing that happened to you while operating a truck, Andrew?
Well, I'll tell you the craziest thing and the scariest thing. The scariest thing, I was driving to San Antonio through Dallas. And while I was approaching Dallas, Texas, it looked like the city, you could see like the skyline.
Yeah.
And it looked like the city was in a snow globe. This storm cloud was just covering the whole city.
Okay.
And when I got downtown in Dallas, it's all beltways. Everything getting around town is all these long turns.
Yeah, I've been
And
to
it
Dallas.
just started coming down in sheets and sheets of rain. And I'm turning through one of the curves, and the whole truck just hydroplaned from one lane right at, like to it's changed lanes with unintentionally, and I was shitting my pants. Luckily, there's nobody next to me. If somebody had been there, they would have just got like pushed right off the road. So that was like the scariest thing I've ever done. And in the wintertime, just driving down 390, like around to Mount Morris. I mean, this is local. This is California directions talk, but driving at night downhill in a whiteout, that's pretty scary too. But the craziest thing I ever saw was just at a gas station parking lot. I was delivering, and a FedEx guy was there getting gas, and the FedEx guy is like, "Hey, can you give me a hand with this? There's a situation over here." And I didn't know what he was talking about. I start following him. I look up there, and there is a person under the wheels of a Chevy Blazer. They're like trapped under the car. They're just like, So we walk over there, and I call 911. I was like, "Hey, you gotta come. There's somebody trapped under a car." And the FedEx guy's like, "What's going on?" The person under the car is just like, just push it off, push it off, push it off. So we push it back, and I'm pushing this Blazer back, and I noticed the person under it is a guy wearing a woman's sweater with like pink nail polish on. He had like a hammer blocking the tire. He was trying to reconnect the transmission cable to his Chevy, and the hammer moved, and he was being crushed under it. And we just pushed it up, and then the guy just got up and was just like, "Oh, thanks, I'm fine," and just walked away. So the tranny was fine. I mean, the truck, not the guy.
Yeah.
Good.
Wow,
good.
it's the only time you're allowed to use that term in 2020.
Right? Yeah.
Okay. Let's a couple super chats coming in. Steve, thanks for the $2. Has Andy ever heard of the 11-foot-8 bridge?
Yeah.
What is it?
I mean, wait, is it the height of the bridge?
I don't know.
I think there's something there.
Shit.
I think so.
I think it means something, and we don't know what it means.
Oh man.
Like the clearance of bridges isn't
it 12 feet or 15 feet?
Well, trucks are like 13.6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peace Frog 1968. Thanks for the $1.99. Anybody seen Large March?
Yeah.
Great movie. Koof says, "Thank you for not killing yourselves." No problem, Koof. Thank you for not killing yourself. Trucks should get their own designated lane. If either a truck or a car tries to pass it, they explode. Best idea I've heard all night.
In Ohio, trucks aren't allowed. As certain stretches of the interstate, trucks aren't allowed in the left lane.
All right.
Oh wait, where'd it go? Trucker Andy.
Yeah.
You look like that.
Animal Cali, thank you for clearing this up for us. It's a famous low bridge that has tons of video compilations of trucks tops peeling off.
Oh, I see. We have one of those in town. It's the St. Paul Bridge.
Oh yeah, I've seen trucks stuck under that before.
Trucks hit that twice a year minimum.
Yeah, and it's kind of like going down, and then it's also like we were talking about how you have to kind of go back up.
Right, yeah.
And then the truck's there, and yeah, they literally peel off like it's a can opener.
Right, yeah. In Rochester, there's like these 3 roads that run parallel to each other. One is a non-starter, just don't even try, and that's the one that people hit all the time. Then the next one, if you have a kind of like a mini undersized truck, they call them day cabs. If it doesn't have a sleeper berth on the back where you can like spend the night in the truck, it just looks like just the seats.
Yeah,
those are usually a little smaller, and you can fit under the middle bridge. Like it's like the baby bear, mama bear, papa bear bridges. So then the third one over is one that all the trucks can fit under. But New York State is fucking weird because all of the bridge clearances are a foot lower than what they actually are. So if you're a truck driver in New York State and you're 13.6 and you come up to a bridge that says it's 12.8, it's really 13.8 and you can fit under it. But some people don't know that. So it's really confusing. And you'll see somebody approach that bridge and think that they can't fit because it says 12.8, but they really can. And they're just stopped there thinking they can't fit. And this is, boring business talk.
Yeah. Nice says $5. Thank you very much for that. Nice says truck bridges all say 12.6, but they are always 13 feet 6 inches.
There you go.
Now, Arcona Aloha Big Kahuna says, I think there is an 11.8 subreddit. Cardiff, are you looking that up?
Not yet, but I will.
Okay.
I'm going to pull for that. Any truth
today?
Any truth to the? I think it was, again. I think this is something I probably heard on Opie and Anthony back in the day, that a lot of the bridges heading out of New York to the beaches were all intentionally made lower to keep school buses and buses from leaving the city and ruining the beaches, especially like going out to the Hamptons. You ever hear that?
Are you kidding? That's really some insidious,
Rich
city
person,
planning.
Illuminati shit. Yeah.
It was a Robert Moses thing, is what I heard. It was a Robert Moses thing. All the bridges going out to like the beaches in the Hamptons, all the bridges were intentionally made low so you couldn't get buses out there, and you could keep the beaches
plebe free.
Gentrified? No.
Gentrified? Sure.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for. But Trucker Andy, were you ever in your younger days, or maybe now, were you ever a skateboarder? You look like you might have been a skater.
No, not really.
Well, I was
Why do
hoping
you
you would say, how about you try the yes and? Okay,
and I also was at Warped Tour.
Okay, good. I've been to 2 Warped Tours, but have you ever skated?
Oh shit!
Have you ever done a rail slide with your truck?
Whoa! That thing just ground the rail. Wow! And then it just kept going.
And he kept going. And it is amazing when you
style points.
I haven't done that, but I'll tell you what I have done is have a truck that has a lift gate on the back so that you can lower the freight from trailer level down to ground level. And there was an incident where I drove for maybe 15 miles with the tailgate all the way down on the ground. I never raised it. I was just driving forever until I got to a stoplight. Somebody pulled up next to me. I was like, "Hey, your tailgate's down."
Now, don't those spark and shit?
Oh yeah.
How did you not know?
Nobody thought to ask, because it's behind the truck. The directly behind the truck is the least visible part of the truck. So
there was a story years ago of a dump truck who was going under a bridge, but had their dump truck back and up.
Oh yeah.
And then just ripped like the top of the bridge.
Yeah, there's some good videos of that.
Yeah,
that happens every once in a while. Vinny's Googling it.
Yeah, I'm looking up something. Hold on.
I'm trying to find this 11'8". 11'8". There is a subreddit with 108,000 members.
Wow. What does it show us something?
Yeah, I am not a machine.
Would you get on it already, Cardiff? Come on.
Ooh, yeah. Wow.
And he's going. Oh. Wow.
Ooh.
I think at that point you just stop trying to get out. Like, let's just get out of the truck.
This is such a pain in the ass.
Is that the Rochester one right there, Andy? No, that's the same bridge.
I mean, they all look like that though.
Wow.
Oh.
This one is like an arched bridge, and the truck is now
Marseille,
tilted
France.
on its size. Wow. Oh man.
I mean, you really have to not be paying attention.
Hold on, let me go. I want to just go to the top of all time. I want to see the top of all time on this. Whoa.
That's funny.
Oh, here we go.
Yes,
Here
yeah,
we go with
that-
the dump truck. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
and there's
seen this
video.
happen.
Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh, so the dump truck just was the bumper up. Don't have any music. We'll get.
Yeah, no, not music.
Oh shit! I think this is Fast and the Furious 10.
Whoa.
So a crane,
This thing.
crane up going through power lines.
And now it's taken out.
At what point does he stop? Though, when does he? How does he not realize what he?
That's bonkers.
Oh, just the axle coming out. Ay, ay, ay. So it's like a pumper
That's like
truck
those
just going
things
through.
that suck up leaves.
Yeah.
Wow. So now there's a train that has like something hanging off the back, and now a truck
The
with
truck is trying to go
piece of-
under.
Yeah, it's got like a tractor on the back of the truck, and now the truck is being completely tipped over. Oh,
Oh my
what?
God.
How is this a good idea?
A truck
This
is
is
carrying a small flatbed truck is carrying two cars side by side down the highway. I can't even explain this one. Watch the video, please.
This is a small truck that has a ton of lumber on the top of it, trying
Like
to go up a
bamboo.
hill, and
It
it
just
can't
needs
make
some
it up
more
the hill.
momentum. Let's try it going a little faster.
And there goes the load. That's where he was trying to deliver. Maybe this is a good news story. That's the exact. He didn't have to unload a single piece of bamboo.
That reminds me of a story of a guy that was delivering appliances to, let's say, a Home Depot, and a lot of these owner operators, they have contracts that, you know, if the terms of the contract change, they'll just kind of abandon the delivery. And something went wrong where he had to leave and they weren't letting him deliver, so he just opened the bay doors of the trailer and got a little speed, like threw it in reverse and got a little speed up and slammed on the brakes and just let all of the freight, like the refrigerators, just fly out the back of the trailer and just like dump all over the parking lot. And that's the kind of crazy shit that truckers do when you get on the wrong side of.
What are there things that they're just not allowed to haul on trucks?
Well, there's a lot of regulations about hazardous materials.
Sure.
And I feel like as long as you have the right signage and placards, that, I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of like radiation or that is not allowed to be hauled
Sure,
that
on
way,
the public.
liquid nitrogen or something. Whatever. But like I said, as long as you have to have the right permits and be equipped to handle it. But
when you say the right signage, is it just like,
you see those diamonds on the sides,
yeah,
the lower part of the trailer?
Sure.
And depending on what's on there, there's different signage.
If I owned the company, the sign would say, "My company holds no liability over the actions of this dump driver."
Yeah, I was lucky enough to not have to deal with any of that. I never worked for a company that delivered hazardous materials. So
Grum TV.
I don't know what the signs mean.
Says they carry nukes in big rigs.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's
So now,
terrifying to think about.
They have to get there somehow. So Trucker Andy, you said there's the short haul driver that has to unload their truck, and it's a lot harder on your day. This is here's an example of a hard day.
Well, this is me.
We have a small box truck, and someone's walking around the back to go open it up. It looks like going to open up the truck, and everything just collapsed on this man, and now he's dead.
Now, was his first mistake trying to stop the? No, he is not dead. I did watch this first. There is movement after. I wouldn't have put this up if he was.
We just
dead.
watched to death, everybody.
No, this is not the four faces of death. No, the guy is alive. He is moving, but I think putting the hand up. But again, I think that's the instinct.
Avocados.
Is that a bag? Is that just boxes of potatoes that landed on this man, Cardiff?
I cannot confirm or deny if this is anyone in my family that laid this guy out, but he is alive. He did move after. I don't know if he's alive after this. Yeah. He may have gone to the hospital and passed away, and Very sad to hear that if that's the case, but he
The
did not die in this video.
freight shifting during driving is the bane of that job. You get from one stop to the next, and you open the back, and everything that was upright when you left is all over the truck, and you have to pick it all up. It's a fucking nightmare.
Wow. I want to take a second and just send a shout out to everybody who's watching us right now on Cardiff's channel.
Oh, yes.
Tuning in to Subreddit
over here.
Surfing. Yeah, we have our own channel, Subreddit Surfing. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe, hit the notifications, do all that stuff. It totally helps us out. Big Kahuna Tiff says, thanks for the $20. Please enjoy the super chat. Tiff, I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I am loving it.
I've never enjoyed a super chat more. Well, maybe Animal Kelly's, but yours is the second most enjoyable super chat today. But Animal Kelly, thank you, pal. Thank you. And Bedabbler did confirm the rumor that I said about Robert Moses. They purposely designed the bridges too low to keep certain people from heading out to shore.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Thanks again, Tiff. You're the greatest. Dun, dun, dun. That's insane that someone would come up with that plan. It's like, oh, we want to keep the Hamptons. We want to keep the riffraff out. We'll just keep the bridges low.
And you people in New York have named your entire highway system after him. So you salute him every time you get on.
How do they get their merchandise and food and beverage? They have to go in on small vehicles then?
I guess everything goes in on small vehicles. It's the Hamptons. We don't care.
I've never been allowed in the Hamptons, so I don't know.
By boat, by yacht. We get our Evian delivered by yacht in the Hamptons.
I see.
Who's we?
Very fancy.
Us. And thank you. See, good thing you brought it up, Vinny, because Bedabbler didn't realize that he was on my stupid channel. He apologizes, and he's now over here. I'm over here now, is what he just said.
He's over here now.
Yes.
Bedabbler, glad to have you, buddy. Great to see you.
By the way, on a side note, I know the show's not as good as this show, but Dice's Rogan appearance was fantastic. So check that out.
When did that happen?
Just last week. Last week. Yeah. So we talked briefly about lot lizards. You want to get deep into lot lizards, Vinny?
Yes, please.
To be honest with you, that sounds disgusting, but you know what? I'm here for it. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So the first video I brought up is on a YouTube channel called Mother Trucker, and apparently someone TikToked a video of a lot lizard getting into a cab of a truck. Okay. And 7 million people saw this video, and it ruined this truck driver's life. So,
oh no, that is that girl looks like Britney Spears circa 2007 when she was insane. This is a really big ass.
That's a truck stop 9, Vinny.
She's shaped like a truck stop 8
and a Rochester 14.
Oh, you just fuck right off there, Minnesota. Would you do me a favor, Minnesota? Put your fires out.
Oh. Sorry?
Nothing.
Oh. Nothing. Yeah. I hope this music doesn't pop us. I'll mute. So she's strolling around the lot. And our friend here is about to get a visit. Oh, no. Okay, she's wandering. Oh, here we go. Here's our friend who likely lost everything. Oh, no, not here.
Oh, no. She can't get up that. You got to get a stool for her. Oh, the squishy noises that had to. Oh, man.
Yeah, so that was a big viral video that destroyed a man's life and livelihood.
It doesn't look. I didn't see him get in the truck with her.
I think there's more.
She got in uninvited.
There's more to the video. But it's like it's more of this is a commentary video, and we do the commentary here on Subreddit Surfing. But
my commentary is he's an innocent man.
Yes.
She's still a whore. Cyberganic, thanks for the $5. Said used to unload trucks at Walmart's. One time, a frozen dairy truck didn't secure the freight, and the floor was coated in OJ and yogurt was a nightmare. I can imagine that's got to be the worst smell I've ever heard. That's a terrible smell.
I laid over a whole side of Budweiser once. It was not fun.
Arcona coming in. Thanks for the
Arcona.
$20. Says she has that saggy diaper look that must have made this guy a legend. Somebody change her.
I have to say the Walmart. I had a friend who was a loader or an unloader, I guess, at Walmart, and it was sometime in the mid '90s where Walmart realized you can, I guess they could get an extra 5% on every truck if they remove the pallets from every truck. So now everything on a Walmart truck went from being on a pallet where they could just remove a pallet from the truck one at a time to stacked on the floor of the truck all the way to the ceiling. But now this was a really shitty job my friend had to do and it was a night shift job too. So again, someone had to load the truck one package at a time and unload the truck one package at a time to get that extra. Again, I don't know what the percentage was on the truck, but that was a really shitty decision.
That's Big Lots style of Cardiff.
Is it horrible?
That's how Big Lots gets things done.
Okay, Bill Watson wants to know, Andy, seriously, how bad were you at your job?
I was a reckless person.
Fair enough. We got a super chat from Tommy Getting Made. Thanks for the $5. Says, can we get the panel's opinion on truck nuts? Yay or nay? Yay.
Nay.
Nay.
We went. The nays have it.
Dr. Steve said she had great jugs, though. Yeah. So did he in the cabin of the truck filled with piss.
She just wanted to wear his wide load sign that he had on there.
She needed the proper signage.
Yeah, right.
Fucking hazardous materials on board.
Toxic.
So, Vinny, would you like to watch an interview with a lot lizard? Would you like to hear what a lot lizard has to say?
Yes.
So this is Lizard Hunter on YouTube. Has an entire series of lot lizard videos, regular prostitutes. They find prostitutes all over, but they have a few dedicated to lot lizards.
I'm sorry, I was busy subscribing to that channel.
Yes.
Let's watch this video.
183,001 subscriber now. Thank you, Vinny. So let's bring up our friend here. And no, Trucker Andy, this is not Vinny in the video, okay?
So we're here with, what's your name?
Monique.
Monique. And Monique, you work.
What do you think her real name is? Monique? Does anybody think she was born, that Monique is on her birth certificate?
Yeah, she looks like a Monique for sure.
I'm
She's definitely French.
I'm
French
not
Canadian.
judging. Not judging.
All right.
Work out here in the streets.
Yeah.
How much do you make a day?
Okay.
We playing the over-under game?
Let's play the over-under game. Vinny? Over-under $250.
$40.
Oh my God, Cardiff.
I'm saying she brings in $40.
Jesus, yeah. You're in like it's double digit.
She could barely afford a shower.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
Okay, $80 over-under.
Oh, how much she makes a day?
A day. I could make $250 giving out hand jobs in a day.
Well, how are you going to do that giving them out?
I gotta say 80.
Listen, one day I was giving out hand jobs and I made $14.05.
Minnesotan?
You're supposed to ask me who gave you the 5 cents.
Who gave you the 5 cents?
Everybody.
Okay, I want to know how much Monique makes. You think she makes more or less than the Monique from Radio Go?
She might be. Wait a second. Hold on. She might be. No.
It depends on the customers, but minimum I make it. I want to say 140 minimum.
And that's in the day?
Yeah, just a day.
Oh yeah.
The most I've made is over $400
In one day?
in one day.
That sounds like pretty good money.
Yeah.
And where do you stay at right now?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
$140 a day is not like, I mean, I'm not, it's nothing to sneeze at. I'm sure a lot of people would be happy to have it, but
Yeah.
it's not a lot of money.
Well, no, I
And-
think he's referring to her 400, her good day, her best
Okay.
case scenario, $400. That's a good day.
Yeah.
She'll give you a hand job for 3 Scooby snacks, apparently.
She found one guy who couldn't do math and she ended up with $400. Dr. Steve wants to know, Andy, can a guy get a car get a lot lizard asking for a friend? Carl.
100%.
That's the answer.
Did Dr. Steve think they were selective with their clientele?
Yeah. Money talks.
I'm homeless.
You're homeless?
Yeah.
You're not staying in a room or a hotel or anything like that?
I was up until about a week ago, then I got kicked out.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Damn. That sucks. And do you have like a boyfriend or anything
Not that's reliable, no.
that's reliable?
Yeah.
She was paid for the interview. So if you saw that quickly at the beginning, she was paid for the interview, but they didn't show how much.
Okay.
My kid's dead, but no.
So do you work by yourself or do you work with like a pimp or something like that?
I work by myself.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Safe.
Oh,
Good
okay.
thinking.
Do you have any family out here?
I do, but we're not on good terms right now. We're not really talking, so I'm on my own.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Do you do any drugs?
I'll be honest, yes, I do blues.
You know, I thought this was going to be fun, but this is just sad.
Like, I gotta be honest with you. There was not one curveball to any of those answers.
No.
Like, I was waiting for her to say something that would surprise me,
Yeah.
and not one thing that I was not expecting came out of her mouth.
What surprised me was how much she actually made, because I wouldn't give her that much.
I mean, what are blues? Are those uppers?
I think she
downers?
said booze.
Oh, I
No, she
thought
said blues.
blues.
I heard blues. I think she was referring to
Pills.
some type or meth. No, it's not meth. What was the Breaking Bad meth?
Blue something.
Yeah, whatever. We'll
Pink.
keep going, or we?
Well, yeah, I kind of
Okay.
want to see where this goes.
All right.
Blues? What is that for like
here
the
we
people
go.
that don't know what that is?
It's the Perk 30s that have fentanyl in it.
Perk 30s?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And is that
With fentanyl.
a real
Stop
addictive
it,
drug?
fentanyl.
With fentanyl.
Oh yeah.
Is that like a mentholated cigarette? You got to get your blues with fentanyl.
Oof. That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the first time you first started doing the blues?
It's been about a year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How did you start?
Friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And my dad, honestly. My dad got me into. He started me with G and heroin, and then
Father of the year. Father of the year.
Yeah, he spends all of his time podcasting though in a closet. This is a little more interesting. But again, nothing surprising. I am kind of shocked that her dad is the one who's like, "Hey, try one of these."
What? I'm just trying to put my. I'll take. The only hat I'll put on is the intense drug user hat. Someone who's using blues themselves. Why would you want to share? First of all, but second of all, why would you want to share with your kid?
Tiff says fentanyl are called blues. Thanks, Big Kahuna Tiff. B Dabbler says Ray DeVito would still strike out with this one.
She's wearing. This is where Ray DeVito got the pink sheet from. He's wearing
That's
it.
her shirt.
Yeah.
It was her
What
shirt.
he was sleeping under.
That thing was huge.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
When was the first time that like you tried the hard drugs like the G and heroin?
A little over 2 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what's G?
Great question. Couldn't tell you, but I will say this: she does not look like she's dumpy. Like she's not like a super in shit. You would think someone who's living on the streets and has a lot of drugs wouldn't have this many
They would skip a
pounds
meal
on
or
them.
two.
Yeah, I would think that they would be this healthy. She's pleasantly plump.
Coming soon, Vinny Paulino's blue diet plan with added fentanyl.
No, Cardiff.
No,
But I feel like she looks like she could probably put it together pretty quickly. Like if they showered her up and put her in a business suit,
Yeah.
I could see her, going in for a job interview or something. Like she doesn't look like she's completely methed out or destroyed on drugs.
Well, she probably does dole out hand jobs for McChickens.
GHB. It's another drug. Okay, GHB.
Okay. Got it. Thank you guys.
We have a great audience.
Yeah.
So you're 24
Bunch
years
of
old right now?
pharmacists.
When you were 22.
Yeah, it's about 22.
Damn, that's crazy. And like when the guys pick you up, like what is the majority that picks you up? Like what race?
Honestly,
White dudes.
Oh, all right, white dudes for Andy, Vinny.
That was Vinny. I said
Vinny
white
said
dudes.
white.
Oh, you said white dudes, Andy.
I based on this guy's accent and her appearance, I'm gonna say Mexican dudes.
Okay.
Mexican. I'm going white. I'm going white as well.
mostly Mexican.
Oh, trucker Andy for the win.
The Mexicans?
You know who the lot lizard
yeah.
expert is.
Do you have but you do have other races coming to pick you
Yeah,
up?
there's a couple white, black, but
And what is your preference? What do you prefer?
I'm more comfortable with Mexicans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Whites, I feel like they're cops, and blacks, I've had trouble with them.
Yeah.
Not to be mean, but
Yeah.
it's true.
They're a problem,
But-
according
So
to her.
like do you date black guys or no?
No.
Nah. Okay. And that's because sometimes they bring trouble.
Yeah, they do. And I don't want to be like, what's the word for it?
Like
Racist.
racist
Put a
or
label on them or nothing, but
Yeah.
every time I have, given them a chance, I've had trouble with them. And
yeah.
Okay. She doesn't want to put a label on him like Cardiff did earlier in the show.
That was your words, Vinny. Those were your words.
Carter's pulling out his flag guns.
I did not pull that video.
We didn't even do that on the show.
I
That
know.
was before the show. No one's gonna get that.
Cut
They
this
shouldn't.
spot out.
That was
don't
for
wanna
us.
get
That was
that.
just for us.
Oh,
Wow. See that one black dude that just ruined it for all of them. Now they're all missing out on this because that one guy ruined it.
yeah, that'll teach him.
Like what kind of
You
things do
have
they
to have
do?
a job to.
Steve makes a good point. A drug addict and a low-key racist. For shame. Monique, for shame.
Yeah, she better be careful. She's gonna get canceled.
either they try
Be the
to
worst thing
knock
that happens
or,
to her.
I've had a couple of them hit me and stuff because they don't want to pay me, or
Yeah.
because it's them that can't finish, and then they blame it on me, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Zoinks.
I haven't been doing this long, but I've already had to deal with a lot of bullshit.
Crazy. How long have you been doing it?
About 2 months.
About 2 months.
Yeah, and I've already had maybe at least 5 guys hit me or
Jeez.
try to beat me up.
And like how many guys would you say that you date like in a day?
Well, judging by the trail behind her and the humidity,
Yeah, that puddle behind her wasn't there a minute ago.
just licks his
Yeah.
finger into the air.
Make, get them out.
Just enough to get
Yeah.
where you
Get
have
by
to
for the
get.
day, yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you seen any crazy stuff out here? Like is it dangerous? Have you seen any girls come up missing or anything like that?
No one that comes up missing, but like I said, a lot of girls we end up getting beat up or shit like that. I have seen. But I know a lot of the girls I'm learning.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Do you have like a girl that's like a mentor or anybody that like takes you around the block and shows you like what
No,
pretty
I've
much what
been-
to do?
Pause. Do you have a fairy godmother, Monique? Who showed you the ropes? Who's your immediate supervisor? Who taught you where the break room is, Monique? Walk me through this. This I'm interested in. I want to find out like She says she doesn't have a pimp.
Yeah.
Somehow she got turned out. She's out on the street.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing like it's a madam that she doesn't know is a pimp.
It looks like Betty Crocker.
Keep going.
Okay.
So many questions.
Yeah.
Learning on my own.
Yeah.
Like that.
Self-taught.
Do you get on the internet and do it on there any?
No, I haven't tried.
Because I think they say they have like
Internet.
Yeah, where?
Did you ever like pull out your computer?
She has a fucking desktop tower under her shirt.
Yeah, I go down to the library and log on to my AOL account.
Monique the whore, 69 at Yahoo.
I haven't tried it.
Don't you
That's so hack, Vinny. She wouldn't have 69 in her email.
think that would be a little safer, like doing it like that?
Yeah.
Here's shoes sport.
Because I've had trouble, and if I go in motel rooms with people, I've had more trouble
Yeah.
than doing it in the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better to fuck the Johns over there by the bushes than go to the motels.
Yeah, it's harder to get away.
Yeah. Do you have like regulars that come by all the time?
Yeah, there's a couple of nice regulars that that come by and help me out.
Yeah.
Even have some that help me out even if I don't do nothing. That's nice.
That is nice.
Who are those simps?
So you find good-hearted Johns out here.
Yeah, there are some good-hearted ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my last question is, if you had 2 wishes, what would they be?
Pig shit AIDS. That's still the line of the century from Anthony Cumia.
Pig shit AIDS. Is that the name of the Pottstown strip club? The KC boy.
So that's what he called it.
Tiger Lily just. Oh, Tiger Lily. I'm going to read it proper. She wrote, plot twist. This is outside the strip club Casey booked in Pottstown.
Terrific.
Fantastic. Bravo.
I would say it's inside, but
Japanese fart enthusiast says romance isn't dead. Tear emoji.
and shout out to our pal Paco for doing this interview.
Yeah.
Carl, I got Monique for your show. She's being a new review girl.
Oh.
I just wish I could get my life back on track and have a good life for me and my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was good. I knew she had kids.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is good. She's got kids. She wants to have a good life with them. She's just kind of drifting into the world. I mean, where are these children? This is that's not good, Cardiff.
No.
I laughed there for a little bit, but that made me sad again.
That did. There's another one, and I guess
glad that video is out there because kids will have that to remember their mother by.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
She was called the lot lizard in that video, but I'm assuming she was just a regular streetwalker. But our friend here is posing in front of a truck about to do her interview. So I'm assuming this is going to be more.
Holy shit. You know who that looks like? Oh, why can't I remember her name? Hold on. Keep going, Cardiff. Go ahead.
All right,
I'll remember.
So let's see how long we can go. This is a 20-minute one, so I don't think we'll go through this whole thing. But
all right, this is a deep cut. I remember. If anybody's watching this and gets this, gold stars to you. Is that Dixie Carter?
Yeah.
Dixie Carter. Is that like one of the designing women?
Yes, you nailed it.
No, not Dixie Carter. That Dixie Carter. Dixie Carter, the lady who owned TNA Wrestling in the 2000s. Is that Dixie Carter? Because
Jeff Jarrett with Jeff Jarrett, right?
Yes.
Yes, it does look like her.
Wow. Okay, Dixie's having some hard times. What's she up to?
All right, we're going. I'm here with my new friend. What's your name or stage name? Fancy. So,
no. Hold on. Pause this.
No,
Notice he didn't lead with good buddy. Yeah. But her name is Fancy.
Yes.
That's not a given name.
Fancy.
I believe Monique over Fancy.
She's missing a minimum of 3 teeth if you're not watching this.
But you know what, though? That T-shirt is very white. It's a very white T-shirt. It's very clean. Good
Must
for her.
be, yeah, it must be the beginning of the day.
Early in the shift, the sun's still up.
I'm paying you for an interview. Tell me a little bit about what you do and your experience, how we met, and what I asked you.
Well, I came up and asked you if you wanted to date because I'm a commercial company. And
Commercial company.
Wow. No wonder they call her fancy with all of her talk.
Mm-hmm.
That is fancy language.
That's just fancy for whore. That's fancy for toilet greaser.
This is my Sunday best tank top.
with all the other local girls, and that's how we make our extra money. Some of it's the only job we have, and some of us have part-time jobs, but I have a part-time job as well, but I'm not going to tell you with who.
She looks like she works at Kohl's.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I work at Kohl's, but I do this to make ends meet.
This is my side gig. Like some people drive Ubers. I suck trucker dick. It's great.
You think any of the Lawless are pharmacists on the side? Like I just got regular.
Oh, probably for sure. They got blues in their purse.
Appreciate you mentioning or you being part of the show. I think some of the guys in Russia would like you.
This interview is a fucking babbling buffoon.
You mean the guy? Yeah, shocker. You mean the guy who decided his YouTube channel was going to go interview the truck lot prostitutes? You figure he'd be smooth with the ladies and know how to really charm them?
He's a real Jimmy Fallon.
Maybe a little bit. Get a sentence out.
He's fucking Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy. Vinnie.
Okay,
Jimmy Fallon. No, that's a good one. I'll give you that one.
Kids. Thanks, kids. Listen, I usually don't go for this type of talk, but Brinkomania is right. That does look like Brett Hatley's wife. He's right this time. Someone's actually right.
Holy
Fancy
shit.
Hatley.
Oh. Okay.
Holy
Okay.
Now
Fancy.
that you said that, I can't unsee it.
All right.
So
We love Russia.
yeah. All right. So how much money?
Brave stance in 2023.
Just out of
On a
curiosity.
good night, like on a weekend or something.
Okay, over under $100.
No, this one makes more. This one will say she makes over $500. This one looks cleaner than the other one. She doesn't look like she lives on the streets.
She looks human.
She's got like earrings in.
Yeah.
Like the other
Earrings. Good point, Vinny. I didn't notice the earrings. Okay.
Yeah, like the other one would be missing one or just wouldn't have them.
No, you pay extra
I'll
for
say
earrings.
3. I'm gonna go 3.
You're saying she does 300?
Yeah.
I'm saying this is a $500 a night gal.
Like that. On the weekends, we really don't make any money here. The money is on Sundays.
On Sunday.
Yes.
Church crowd.
Through Thursday. But we make anywhere from 500 to over 1,000
Wow.
a night.
What's the worst money you could make in a night?
Nothing.
Nothing. And
Yeah.
Right
how
answer.
many hours?
You could be out here for several hours and not make anything.
Does it depend on the weather?
I think it just depends on the mood of the truck driver.
On the mood of the truck driver?
It could be the weather. It could be a lot of things. It
How-
could be that they're broke.
How the loads were the week, huh?
Yeah, she knows about the loads.
Did you hear what he said there?
What
Yeah. It's the weather. It's partly cloudy with a chance of horny.
Yeah, it's raining out. I don't feel like coming tonight.
It's such a beautiful spring day. I think I'm gonna keep all my jizz in my balls tonight.
Oh, they're all different. Everybody charges different. I normally charge.
Pause it.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it, Cardiff. I heard it.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't hear it.
Okay.
So I'll say 75.
For what?
Yeah, I think she's gonna go through a menu.
Okay.
So hands.
$50.
All right, mouth.
75.
You think the mouth is only worth $25 more?
Her mouth?
Well, true.
Actually, she's got less teeth, so she could probably charge more for that.
I mean, whose mouth are we talking about here? She ain't Gina Lola Bridget, huh? No. And then for the
For the
old
whole the
vagina,
total package.
oh
25.
We're increasing by
she gives you $18.
Yeah.
no, she's a she pulls a tooth out of her head and gives it to you and then bends over. I'm gonna say $1.50. Double the price of the mouth, or $125, $50 more, something like that.
We have some Evan thinks 95 for the ass. Stefan C 40 for a BJ. All right, let's see.
$250 to go around the world. I ain't paying those kind of prices.
Thanks, Joe Biden.
100, and that's just for a date.
Back it up. Okay.
75 and 100, and that's just for a date.
50, 75, and 100. I was right.
Yeah.
It's not for an all-night date.
You got to keep it simple.
Now, the truck drivers, how often are they married or in relationship, or like the girlfriend's calling? You got any stories like that?
Quiet. We have to be quiet.
You got some stories like that? Anything crazy ever happen?
Well, I had one truck driver. He was getting high. And he handed me the phone, and I answered it, and it was his wife. You know, he was just so high he couldn't answer the phone. And
how about you don't answer?
Right? Yeah. Let it go to voicemail.
What are my choices? Don't answer, or hand the phone to a prostitute.
Yeah.
Would you tell her I'm busy fucking you and getting high again?
Brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah, I could imagine so.
But normally, as a rule, we keep that part of it separate. And
how long have you been doing this?
Almost 30 years.
30 years.
On and off.
Is it dangerous?
Yes, it can be very dangerous.
Google Ads helps you turn.
Oh, fuck you, Google Ads.
Cardiff.
I never kiss him on the mouth. It's too intimate.
Amish Space Force says $73 for a rusty trombone.
Mm.
Wow. We learned a lot about lot lizards there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. I wonder why they were so into the Russians.
I think the guy making the videos was
said he was Russian.
Maybe it was Russian. I don't know.
Oh. I do know that the industry is so desperate, such that when you have to
the
take
lot lizard industry.
Yeah, no, the truck driving
If
industry.
you own stock, might be time to liquidate.
They need drivers so badly that there's a test, like a written test that you have to pass about, the rules of the road and laws so much that they just make it a multiple choice test. And when I got hired, I was like, well, how do I study for the test? How do I make sure that I can pass? I want to make sure that I pass the test. They're like, don't worry about it. I go to take it. I sit down. It's multiple choice. And all of the question is one font. And then all the answers are the same font, but the right answer is in italics, so that you don't even need to speak English. You could just circle the one that looks different, and that's how they get these guys that don't speak English behind the wheel.
Get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
What is the training like to get your truck license? Like to drive an 18-wheeler?
There's a trade school. I mean, a lot of people will work for a company in a capacity that isn't driving and get trained up to be a driver through their company. That's probably the cheapest and easiest way to do it. I went to a trade school, and it's like a 6-week course, and it was like when I got mine, it was a $5,000 course that I got a grant through the state, paid $3,000 of $5,000, so it cost me $2,000. And then usually your company will pay. They'll have like a reimbursement program where they'll help. You can get financial aid, and your company will pay it back. So there's a lot of ways to get into it.
Huh. Well, folks, if you've ever thought about the exciting career of truck driving, you might want to do it now before the automated trucks get on the road.
Yes.
I'm not worried about it.
All right. Andy, thank you so much for coming and
Thank
joining
you.
us tonight. All Apologies podcast is available now wherever you listen to podcasts. What did you do in your most recent episode?
Yeah,
Tell the people.
The new episode came out today. It was Elliot Spitzer and his favorite lot lizard, and Ashley Dupree.
Ah.
What was he
And-
apologizing for?
He was apologizing for getting caught.
Oh, I'm
That'll do
sorry
it.
you found out. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we're having a lot of fun, and I appreciate you guys having me on, letting me talk about it and tell you about my old job.
Oh boy. Well,
Yeah,
Andy, where can people find your show? The links, social media stuff. Tell us.
Yeah, the RSS is on our Instagram account. If you go to All Apologies Podcast on Instagram, you can chat us up, and if you want to leave a comment demanding or issuing an apology, we'll read it on the show, and we post who we're going to be talking about, and we're on Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Awesome. To all of you big kahunas out there, thank you again for supporting the show. We truly appreciate you. And for everybody who joined, came and watched, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hit your notifications so you don't miss a live show. And we're going to be back next week at our regular time. Isn't that right, Cardiff?
Yes. And if you're watching on the Cardiff Electric channel, come over here to Subreddit Surfing, like and subscribe over here, get notifications, because we're only doing it here for a limited time.
That's right.
Yes.
We will see you next week. And until then, act right, catch a wave, and
surf's up.
Yeah, send us your subreddits you want us to surf. Make sure you do that. Hit me up on Twitter at Vinnie Paulino, at Cardiff Elect on Twitter. Shoot them over to us. I'll keep an eye out. Act right. Bye.
Surf's up. Thanks,
Surf's
Andy.
up.
Andy.